y'all. This is the Twin Rivers Music Scene podcast with your host, Madison
and Reed. We're here to highlight local and upcoming musicians in and around New Braunfels, Texas.
We believe the Texas and Americana music scene is what truly makes this town special, and we are so excited to provide a platform for y'all to hear straight from the artists themselves.
We hope y'all enjoy the Twin Rivers Music Scene podcast and stay tuned for more interviews posted every other Friday.
No venue too far, any song at every bar, here to cover your needs. Twin Rivers Music Scene.
This next artist is a Texas-born singer-songwriter whose music blends the raw grit of outlaw country with the heartfelt soul of Americana with unique elements from his punk music days. Hailing from the hill country, he draws inspiration from dusty highways, old records, and the stories behind small-town living. With a voice as honest as his lyrics, he crafts songs that speak to love, loss, redemption, and resilience. His debut album, Songs from the Canyon, captures the wide-open spirit of the West, layered with steel guitar, vivid storytelling, and emotional depth. Whether playing an intimate acoustic set or a full band show, this artist brings captivating energy that connects deeply with his audience. We are happy to introduce our new friend, Kyle Garrett, to the Twin Rivers Music Scene podcast.
Wow, that was awesome. Thank you guys. I've been waiting for that moment for a long time.
Because you've been listening to all the bios.
I listen to all the pods. Yeah.
I thought yours was pretty good.
Yeah, it was great.
We'll send it to you if you want to use it for anything.
Yeah. It'll be the intro to the next record.
Yes.
Perfect. Yeah.
So how's it going?
It's good. I'm glad to be here. Thank you guys for doing this. We've crossed paths a couple times, but I've been looking forward to this.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been wanting to have you on, and you were saying that you had a show in Port Aransas last night. You came here to join us today, and then you're going to Houston after this.
Yeah.
So thanks for making time for us.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
And you know what's funny about you, which we haven't really talked about in person, but when you messaged me when you were on the Texas Toast helping out with them, he actually interviewed my sister, Taylor Dunn.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, and so now I'm interviewing you.
I saw you and I was like, you look so familiar. And then finally you posted a picture of your sister one day and I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Do you think that we look alike?
I mean, similar, but I was just like, I felt like I knew you for some reason, and that explained it. Yeah.
How long ago was that?
The interview?
Yeah.
Oh, that was at least 2 years ago.
Yeah, at least.
Okay, so that's crazy how the world brings you back together.
Yeah.
Now look where we're sitting here doing this, and that was
totally.
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Now
Well,
I'm
cool.
interviewing you. I love it.
The roles are reversed.
Yeah, totally. And I recently stepped away from Texas Toast. We started that podcast 4 years ago, and we did 2 episodes a week for 4 years.
That's a grind.
Yeah, it was crazy. And now music's just kind of taken over everything, so
Yeah.
it was time to step away, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a good run. I mean, it's still...
she's keeping it going,
yeah. She's still
So Helen was the host. I was just kind of like the co-host and the producer, and she's doing her thing, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love it.
Yeah.
And then you still obviously produce Bree's podcast, which that's how we know you as well.
Yep.
She's great.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah. Off camera, we were just getting a lot of producing advice from Kyle on how
Yeah. We
to
need
edit
a
our
producer.
sound and everything, because he does a great job.
So on that note, I brought you guys a gift, and there's a reason for it.
Okay.
Oh.
I have some bad news.
Oh, no.
Can I cuss?
Yeah, of course.
I royally fucked up y'all's episode on OnlyFans.
Oh my God.
Is that what the wine is for?
Yeah.
That's
What
so funny. What
happened?
So you
happened?
pop that open and drink it before you start listening.
Okay.
What happened?
I'll blame it on technology. I don't know what happened. So we started recording, and it got about 45 seconds of audio. And then Bree pulled her little prank thing,
Yeah.
and at some point it stopped recording.
Oh.
And I noticed about 8 minutes in.
Okay.
So I lost some audio. The video's still there. Had to pull audio from the cameras. Sounds like shit, but
That's okay.
We've been there, honestly.
I was going to say, if it would have happened to
just
anybody, you're lucky it happened to us because
well,
we get it.
It's such a bummer, though, because I was excited. You know, I told Bree that I wanted to have you guys on, and y'all do the podcast thing, so it's unfortunate that it happened on y'all's episode.
It's okay, Kyle. Honestly, the wine makes up for it, and we have been there so many times. I feel like it's podcast karma that we are now on the receiving end of it, because we had Damon come in 3 times to record one time.
Okay.
Thankfully it was him, like how it is with us, because he was just like, fine, I'll come in again. But like we've definitely been there, so it's totally fine. We just had a great experience and we're happy to be on it in general.
Yeah,
so.
I'm excited for that episode. So that comes out, this will come out next week, is that right?
Friday,
Yes, next week.
August 15th.
August 15th, because we do it every 2 weeks.
Okay, cool. So y'all's episode of Only Bands will come out around the same time.
Nice. So everybody listen.
Yeah.
I know,
Go check it
so
out.
funny. Okay, so you did recently release an album, Songs of the Canyon.
Yep.
Songs from the Canyon.
I'm repping the shirt right now if anybody's watching.
Oh, me too.
Yes.
Listen to it, stream it, do all the things. Tell us a little bit about that process and your songwriting.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's primarily a live, just like acoustic, me and a guitar record. Last year I listened to a lot of, I kind of like forced myself to get into like some Americana folk stuff, singer-songwriter sort of stuff. And I've always written music, like you said in the intro, kind of like punk oriented, like poppy, chorus driven, catchy. That's always been the goal. So with this record, I just kind of wanted to take that Marfa Tapes approach on the production, and then I wanted to write songs that like were all true stories to me, because I'd never done that. So it was kind of just like a challenge, if that makes sense. Like I just wanted to prove to myself that I could do that.
Totally.
So every song on the record's like a real thing that I experienced. I did it. And so now I've got, and we'll get into it, but I've got new stuff going on already. So I'm not really going to promote the record the way that I would normally, but it's there if anybody wants to listen to it.
So with it being Songs from the Canyon, did you go out to West Texas and record all of these, or were they written all out there?
They weren't written out there. They were written all over the place over like 2 years before we released it. But yeah, a friend of mine has a place in Langtree, Texas, which is like just outside of Del Rio, literally on the border. So yeah, we went out there and recorded all of them, just me and an iPhone and a guitar. And then my buddy came and filmed them all. And I just thought it'd be cool, I thought it'd be a cool setting. It fit the vibe of the songs, like you said, kind of, I can't remember exactly what you said, but like Western Spirit or something like that. Yeah.
From the West.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know. I just wanted to capture it and, show people that I could do that. And now I'm back to my punk-influenced ways.
Love it.
Yeah,
going back and forth.
I think it's cool that you can mix them. Like, how do you do that? Like, because those are 2 different sounds.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I've always so like when I was a kid, I was into like, early 2000s country. Like the Chicks were my favorite band when I was a kid. But I was also into like AC/DC, and like I got into John Mayer really early, and he's like my guy. That's like the number one influence. So I've always kind of had a variety when it comes to writing, but it was always revolved around that chorus and like just something that I think people will sing. I was in Nashville last week, and we wrote this song. It's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever written, but it's like could buy me a beach house one day sort of song, There was this girl in there, and she was wearing like her little short yoga pants, and my buddy was like, do you think she's like comfy or like comfy? And then the other guy writing was like, she's got a master's in sales. And I was like, oh shit, she's country comfy. And then we wrote that song, and it's like, it's basically like honky tonk but donkey donk, like it's so ridiculous. But all that to say, like, there's never really been limitations for my style. This Songs from the Canyon record was the first time I've ever been like, okay, I'm gonna stick to a format and like do that. Otherwise, it's just kind of like whatever comes out.
Yeah,
that's cool, because people, when they're listening to your music, when you release new things, can never really predict what sound it's gonna be.
And who knows how that's gonna help or hurt me in the long run? But I don't really care.
I think it's different than what anyone's doing. So whether it like is helpful or hurtful, like it's still different and it's unique to you.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
cool.
I think it's helpful because what makes artists obviously stand out and what people gravitate towards is when you put out what's you and authentic. And I think that is you. You're both sides. So I think do it. Do you, Kyle Garrett.
For example, Ella Langley just put out a song with Big X the Plug, and no one would have expected that.
I love that. That's the cool thing about music, though.
Right,
there's not really like a narrow path. It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah.
So was it harder? I know you said all these songs from this album like pertain to you. Tell me about that, because it's like it's a diary, right?
Yeah.
Like, is it emotional? Is it like like covering things in your past, or they all happen to you while you're writing, or how does it happen?
A little bit of both. You know, there's a song called Santa Fe, and Santa Fe, New Mexico is like my favorite place in the world. I'm going there to spend the week there next week. But the song itself is about like one of the hardest days of my life that took place there. And it was just a relationship thing, you know. You can like listen to the song and you'll figure it out. But
I was like, tell us.
it was just one of those days, you know. We both couldn't kind of figure it out. We couldn't get on the same page, and it was just really, really hard and sad. So that's what that one's about. There's another one called I Hate This Place. I tell people jokingly it's about green rooms, but it's about like the struggle of being gone every weekend essentially and trying to manage a relationship. So I guess in a sense it is about green rooms, because you're just sitting in the green room like texting your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, like, wish I was home.
Yeah.
You know. So yeah, there's stuff that's from the past. You know, there's a couple songs that are drawn from influence about my relationship with my dad, which is not great. You know, there's stuff about people who've done me wrong in the past. It's just kind of like a mix of lots of life experiences. Yeah. That was a really long-winded way of getting there.
No,
Yeah,
that was
awesome.
perfect.
I'm
Yeah,
sure
and
it
I
was
think
therapeutic.
Yeah, and I feel like it's going to be really relatable to people that are listening to it, because it is like such a wide scope of like life experiences, not just like one single story.
Yeah.
So you've worn like a lot of hats in the music industry. Like obviously you're producing podcasts, you do music yourself. Were you a tour manager for other artists too?
Yeah, I was.
Who were you working with?
Yeah, so I was, I was tour managing my own bands, like the pop punk and metal bands and stuff back in the day, and then I worked with a couple bands that were like slightly bigger, although they still weren't making any money. And then at the beginning of COVID, I started working for Bree, and I was out with her for about 2 years. And then I got another job with a guy in Houston named Clay Melton. He's kind of like a rock artist, and that was more of like a full-time thing, so I couldn't say no. Didn't want to leave Bree. But we were super busy on the road for like 3 months on that gig, and then I was on payroll for 2 years, and the whole next like year and a half or whatever, we didn't really have any shows, so I started building this solo thing. But I toured a little bit with John Bauman, toured a little bit with Cody Hibbard.
Nice. I love them.
Yeah.
So how do you think like all those roles in the music scene have shaped you as an artist, because you've seen and worked in all the different sides of it?
Yeah, absolutely. So I moved to Austin. I graduated high school early, actually. I moved to Austin to go to a trade school to learn audio. Wanted to be like a studio engineer, learned that was not for me. And then I kind of worked every job you could think of in the industry in Austin. Like I worked security at Stubbs and Emos, and I worked lighting production, I worked some sound gigs, and I was like a stagehand, and went back to ACC just because I wanted to get an internship with C3 to work at ACL. And I did not get that. And whenever that happened, I was like, all right, I don't know shit. This is a new perspective.
Yeah.
So I do think it's helped a lot. You know, I have experience that's helpful, but it also gives me that perspective of like, you know, I've been playing music for 15 years. And I'm a year and a half into this project, and I know nothing. And that really just kind of helps me stay like level. I think it doesn't let me get in my head, doesn't let me get upset, or helps me not get upset about like not being able to get in places that I want to, or not making as much money and all those things. So I think that's really the biggest takeaway.
What kind of made you want to really focus on your music career and kind of like step away from the production and touring managing side?
Yeah, I love tour managing. It's the most fulfilling job I've ever had. Bree was also just like the best boss. But you know, I had recorded this record, the shirt that you're wearing, Heartbreak Motel. Crowdfunded that record actually in COVID, and I was sitting on it for like 2 years. And I just, you know, wanted to release it when the time was right. And so as I was in that payroll position and I didn't have a lot going on, I was kind of like, all right, I've got some money. Let's, you know, see what happens and kind of start planning. And then I put that out, and then shows just kind of started coming in, and it was like, all right, I guess we're doing this now. And here we are, year and a half
What's
later.
like the hardest part about booking?
I was telling somebody this yesterday, actually. I think my favorite thing about this job is that not necessarily booking, but like all that stuff behind the scenes. It's a bit unconventional, but I think for me, like the booking and the social media, just like figuring that shit out, all those sorts of things are the most exciting, because it's like never ending. You know, there's not like I guess like playing shows is like, oh, I played Green Hall, done, you know, or like I played Red Rocks, done. But with that stuff, there's always like new. I'm addicted to my email, you know. Like
I've never heard anyone say that.
No,
like I just,
my email.
I mean, I don't necessarily like sending emails, but I like the game of it.
Like waiting for a good one. You're like, oh, I got good news back.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, it's like a dopamine hit. Like I get an email for a new gig, and then it's like, all right, cool, on to the next. Not like I'm done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So for whatever reason, the business side is kind of like what keeps me going almost.
I think that's like probably the best situation you could be in, because a lot of like, as like, because you're an artist too, right?
Yeah,
a lot of artists kind of like have the mind space of like, I just need to get there and I just need my guitar in my hand and get on stage and I'm good to go, and the whole background is hard. And I think that's why maybe some people, to make it, you have to have all of these qualities and like, you know, expertise at things, kind of not really expertise, but you have to kind of be the whole package.
Well-rounded, for sure.
Yeah, exactly, well-rounded. And so I think you're already ahead of like the game since you like the business part.
Yeah, I definitely feel though like that you know, excitement for the business does draw me away from the art in a certain way.
Okay.
I wish that I was more artistic in a lot of ways. Like I wish that like I sat down and picked up my guitar and wrote a song every day, but I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like I'll go through periods where I go to Nashville and write, but I'll go through periods where I'll write like 10 songs in a month, but then I won't pick up my guitar and write a song for like a year. But I'm always grinding when it comes to the music, the business stuff. Right,
you're at least doing something in the space.
Yeah, so I stay busy, but I do sometimes wish that I was more like artistic, just kind of all around.
Yeah.
I like that you like using social media too, because to her point.
I don't like it.
You don't? But you just said you're good at, like, that you put time into it. Like
I put time into it. Yeah. So it's, okay, the game of growing a social media is fun.
The strategy behind it.
Well, there's not even, or if there is one, I don't know what it is.
I think
just
we're
throwing
all
it out there.
trying to figure that out.
Right, exactly. So that's what's fun, is trying to figure out what works.
Like throwing things out there and hoping they go viral is kind of what we do all the time.
Sure.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what I'm doing too. So I guess social media is the lowest on the totem pole of things, but I don't enjoy social media at all. I wish that I didn't have to do that. But I guess, in the same way, it's kind of exciting because it's like, what's gonna work? Something's eventually gonna work. I posted a TikTok cover every day for a year during COVID, and I don't think a single video got over like 1,000 views. And they're like, oh, just keep posting it. One of them will go viral. One of them will go viral. And I was in like different settings, and so I was burnt on social for like 2 years. And now I'm kind of getting back into it with all this stuff that I have to promote.
Okay, well, because you are, I feel like you're on it pretty frequently.
Yeah.
Like, I would think that you liked it because I would say you're good at it.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. And you have different kind of content. Like, I like that you talk into the camera, like directly to people in the videos. Love that you're always wearing a Twin Rivers hat when you do it too.
My favorite hat.
But like, that's why I just assume that you like doing it, because you do it frequently and you're great at it. So.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
That's funny. So with these new songs, I want to know, I have to know, why aren't you promoting it in a sense? Like, there's always a strategy. So what's your strategy in not promoting it?
So, I mean, I think I kind of rushed it out a little bit quicker than I should have. I put out that record last fall. And so putting out another like full length record in like less than a year later was a bit unusual. I just wanted to get it out so I had the video content, honestly. And since it's not like a full studio record, I had a little bit of this like imposter syndrome type thing. It's kind of like, it's not a record. It feels weird calling it a record. It feels more like just content. So I'm using the content on social, and I'm going to promote it. You know, it's like I've got all these YouTube videos and stuff to use for promotional material, but I'm not going to spend a bunch of money on like a PR campaign for the record, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's kind of it. Like it really was just a challenge for me. I wanted to prove to myself that I could like make that kind of music. And maybe I'll come back to it again one day, maybe not, who knows.
So there's like a project that you did and everything.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of people have listened to it, and a lot of people like it, which is awesome. But yeah, I don't know. So here's another thing. I play a lot of shows. I've played like 80 shows already this year. And most of the shows I can't really play like chill, soft stuff. You know, I mean, same thing here. Like, if I start playing those songs, people are gonna get louder and, you know, start throwing beers at me or whatever. So it's hard to pull off the songs from that record live. So that's kind of another reason I'm not leaning into it heavy. Like if I play Saxon or if I were to play Redbird, which I would love to play Redbird, I would play only songs from that record.
Like listening room aesthetic, yeah.
Exactly, because they're great songs. It's just not right for a bar.
Yeah,
you know?
That makes sense. And to that point, we saw you at the Villa a couple weeks ago, and I loved your set list. It has such a good variety, and it like engages all different types of people, and you threw in like really great originals too. And so that was one thing that really stood out after that day. I was like, you never know which song's coming up next, but they all sound great, and they all have like a different, like, because you do have that kind of like punky kind of voice, but even when you're singing country songs, like, it's just the perfect blend, and I loved it. So
She requested a Mayday Parade song.
Yeah, but I didn't even know if he listened to it, but I was like, his voice, I can tell there's a little Mayday Parade influence in there, which
we're not wrong.
I was obsessed with them in high school. Like, I went to one of their shows, and that was the first time I saw a mosh pit, and I was, like, out of my mind. I was like, this is wild, but
it's like, this is it.
Yeah, it wasn't part of the set list that day, but maybe in the future.
I'm a Warped Tour kid through and through.
Oh my God,
yeah.
Tour. That's so funny. I never had the whole like bangs, you know, like start from your ear all the way to the side. Like I never did that. All my friends did,
side
like in
part.
high school. Yeah, the huge. Like, I don't even know if you would call it a side part. It's like a comb over.
That's so true.
But I never did it. But I was like kind of like a little skater, you know. Who knows?
Thank God you never did the side part. The rest of us have to see pictures of it.
I know. Which honestly, thank God. Because some of my friends, it's scary out there. I'm like, thank God that was never me. Anyway.
Did you have a side part? Was your hair long enough?
No, my hair it cannot get long. It's very strange. I think right now it's the longest it's ever been.
Okay.
But I did have gigantic gauges.
How big were they? Like, what was the diameter?
Like an inch and a half.
Okay. How long does that
work? You just constantly grow?
You put a like slightly bigger one in and stretch them. Yeah.
How long did that take for you to go from start till inch and a half?
Probably like 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I did it relatively fast, and I screwed them up. And then there's this guy in Austin named Pineapple who fixed them at one point because I like blew them out. Well, it's disgusting. But he fixed them for me, and I was supposed to let them close, but I stretched them again, and so now that's why they're still just like hanging.
How do you fix a gauge hole? Like a graft?
A graft? I think you ssitch them up.
Well, yeah, I don't know anything about science, but like you cut the bottom half off.
Okay.
And then you take some skin off, and you like form a new earlobe. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you did that, and then you put
No, he didn't do that. So he basically went in and cut out scar tissue.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And then it was supposed to shrink back up to like a normal earring size hole.
Yeah.
But I am an idiot, and I stretched him back out again.
He was like, I need the gauges.
Yeah.
Honestly, put him back in. We'd be really like a punk rock cowboy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll have to start singing some Mayday.
Okay, so what I like about you is that, like, from the past albums and in the future, you're always like challenging yourself. So like, what's like next? Like, I feel like you might have something like on your mind, like next. Like, what else do you want to try?
Yeah. So the next
classical.
Oh shit.
Little Beethoven.
Maybe, yeah, jazz. That's one area I've never tapped. No, the next big thing is the radio single. So it's gonna be a song from the Heartbreak record.
Every time I'm like,
yeah, show the camera.
Rip. I still don't know how I feel about radio.
Okay, honestly, can we talk about that?
Please, yeah.
Okay, because we were talking about it. Who are we talking about it? At Cole Stevens' show.
We
at
met
Honky Tonk.
another artist, but I don't remember his name at the moment.
Hopefully he won't listen to this. Okay, anyway. But
we
we were talking about, because he
drop.
asked me, yeah, that's true. He asked me how I felt about, you know, the T3R award, like radio awards and like the Texas Country, which I love them. Like, I think they're a great networking event too. And I think it is cool to hold like space for upcoming artists and radio in that sense.
Right.
But I don't necessarily think it's necessary, because I do think it's a little political. I hope I don't get like canceled for saying that.
You're not wrong.
So I want to know your take, especially for upcoming artists. You know, when you start, people don't have money.
Right, of course.
And you can't really have a full-time job when you're trying to pursue music. My sister tried to do it, and it was really hard and difficult. We have the train. So what's your take on it? I would love to hear it.
Yeah, for sure. So I've obviously been around a lot of artists who play that game, and I've always been curious about it. And then like doing Texas Toast, we were kind of adjacent.
Right.
And now Helen's got her Texas internet radio thing going on, which is a whole another weird game. Like, I don't like. Do you guys? When was the last time you listened to radio?
Yeah, that's kind of a good point. Like,
No.
I'll listen to like the local one, but
Like
not like a
KMBT?
Yeah, we'll listen to
Yeah.
KMBT sometimes, or I'll listen. But it's like if I don't listen to that, I'm never listening to a radio unless I'm on the way to the ranch and my dad has the Cowboys game on.
Oh, okay.
It just
Yeah.
makes you wonder, like, the money that you would spend in radio promotion, why
Right.
not put that in social media that has such a bigger reach?
So here's why I chose to do it. I was convinced that if I spend the money on a radio campaign and I hit top 40, then my full band bookings will get better.
Okay.
Because that you could use that.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Apparently, a lot of these clubs still value that.
Mhm.
I don't know why, because only people over 50 are listening to the radio. But I guess those are the people who have money to buy tickets to shows.
Okay.
Okay, that's kind of
So I'm trying it out. And also, my radio promoter's a good friend of mine. Like, I've been wanting to work with her for a long time.
Who do you use?
Jen Redding.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I agree. You know what it makes me think of is this was the comparison I use. It's like going into like a sorority, how you like pay all this money
Right.
to like become friends with people, and then once you like get your friends and kind of like the society in the sense, you can totally cut it off and then
Yeah.
you're kind of good to go.
Right.
Because a lot of people don't use it. I mean, like never did.
Nope.
There's all these bands that are in Texas country that never did that route,
Right.
and they're totally fine.
Killing it, yeah. I haven't had a viral moment, so it's like, why not try something else? I'm also
Yeah.
dumping lots of money into social media advertising as well. So
Yeah.
I'm just in a place now where I can, so I'm doing.
You
Yeah.
gotta just try it all. Like there's not really a wrong way. I don't
Right.
think it's just kind of throwing it out there and seeing what sticks. Because also radio can be kind of like booking gigs. What if
Right.
because you're top 40, you book Green Hall or shooting for this like a
Probably not Green Hall.
Yeah, but we're shooting for the
That'd be
stars
awesome,
around
though.
here.
Yeah, we are.
But you book a gig and then maybe somebody there because you booked that gig. I don't know. It
Exactly.
always like kind of comes around. So
I
I
just
was
figured
curious.
it might open a couple doors, and
Yeah.
if it does, it wouldn't take that many doors to pay for the investment. You
Yeah.
know, so
Yeah.
figured I'd try it out.
And why not like embrace all the avenues that your music
Exactly.
can go in? Like
Yeah.
try it out. If you love it, great. If not, you're like, I did the radio thing. You
Don't
get to
need to do
hear
it
your
anymore.
songs on the radio. Like
Which
you're a
is cool.
musician, why not?
But
Like
that
do
means
that.
I have to listen to the radio.
That means you gotta listen out and everything. But
If I was an artist,
you're
though,
looking-
and my singles on the radio, you best be. I would be literally having that station.
we'll
on
call in.
Yeah.
Do they still do call-in requests for songs? We can always
Oh, yeah.
call in your song and be
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
play his
Yeah, I
new
need
single.
to go bug Matson and get him to put it
Oh,
on
yeah,
KMBT.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I need to play the Redbird to get his attention.
Well, KMBT is a great one, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really familiar with all the other radio stations that y'all are talking about through the T3R and everything, but KMBT has such loyal listeners, like
Right.
for New Braunfels,
Mhm.
and so I think that is a great avenue to go for sure. And then, like
Yeah.
you said, like Roots and Branches, that would be cool to get
Right, right,
involved
right.
with and everything. So
Yeah, you'll
But-
definitely need to. I feel like you could definitely play at the Redbird. You need to start going to the songwriters nights on Thursdays.
Yeah,
That's
I
what you
need to
need
do
to
a
do.
lot more stuff.
I know it's hard, right? We don't have
Well,
enough time in the day.
Foster
Yeah.
and Quinn, we had them on our last
Yeah, that was a great
podcast, and was it Benjamin that hosted at
Ben, yeah.
Devil's Backbone?
Full
Oh,
name,
right, right, right.
Benjamin, I know. Well, his Instagram name popped up on my phone today from a notification, and it said
Yeah, he follows Will
Benjamin.
Rivers.
He's probably like, "Why the hell are you calling me
His full
Benjamin?"
name, that's
But he hosted on Monday at Devil's Backbone.
Backbone,
Yeah, so that'd be a good one. We need to go to
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, we do.
I need to be better about stuff like that. I've like, I mean, to be honest, when I was in a relationship, I just didn't do much. Like I was playing shows every weekend, so I
It
like tried to
happens.
be as good as I could and be home when I could, you know.
yeah.
And now I'm just trying to break out of that pattern. I'll go to Saxon occasionally. Like I've gone to see Walt Wilkins a couple times, like by myself at
We're trying to
Saxon.
get him on the pod.
Yeah, he's the man.
I love him.
I'm like a fan, like him, Josh, and Drew. Like I'm just a fangirl for those guys. They're so fucking talented.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm getting better about it. Like I'm trying to book less shows, trying to be more social. Like I'm doing more co-writing here in town. So I'll make it out there one day.
That's a great
Yes.
point, and that's good that you like are pivoting to that because we talk about it all the time. Honestly, with our Twin Rivers stuff, like if one of us is seeing somebody and you're like, oh, now I have all this free time, like I want to invest it in myself and
Right.
do that. So it is a special way to like turn it and
Yeah.
like just like keep growing your own stuff.
Yeah,
So
totally.
Okay, what's like the most unusual thing that's happened to you at a show?
Oh,
Story time.
the other day I was playing in Houston, and a guy
Of course, it's in Houston. It's unusual. And I'm from Houston, so I can say that. So.
Yeah. It wasn't that crazy. It just was really recent. I was playing, and this guy was like yelling at us while I was playing, and I was kind of like, what? Like singing. And then he walks on stage and starts like digging in my pocket, but he was trying to put money in my pocket. I didn't realize that though, so I was like, what are you doing, man? And then he yelled in my ear and requested the song we just got done playing. So it was like,
how invasive.
Yeah, I was like, that's so many things that have never happened to me just happened.
What the heck? The fact that he just like shoved his hand in your pocket is wild.
Yeah,
on
it was
stage
strange.
Too?
Yeah, he walked on stage.
Were you afraid he was gonna like hurt you?
No. I thought I was just thinking he was drunk and like wanted to request a song or something. But then it took me a minute like to realize that he was putting money in my pocket. I thought he was like trying to like see. My first thought, this is stupid, but my first thought was he was like trying to find paper or something to like write on because I couldn't talk to him. I was in the middle of singing a song.
He's like, what do you have?
Yeah. It was
there
weird.
not a tip jar? Like
There was a tip jar.
He just totally avoided it. He's like, you're getting it personally.
Yeah, it was weird.
People need self-awareness, drunk or not. Like, give me some space.
Right, totally.
Especially the artist who's on stage when you can't really say anything.
Yeah,
you're
and
singing a song. You're
I guess
fragile at the moment.
The later it is in the day, the more drunk people get, obviously, and like I forget that sometimes. So it's like that. It was like midnight when that happened, right? So I'm like, okay, this makes a little bit more sense. But the later you get, the more people just like walk up to the stage and like start talking to you while you're in the middle of singing, and it's like, do you see what's happening right now?
Yeah.
What is wrong?
Yeah,
like,
you want me to sing and talk to you at the same time?
What's your deal? Wait until the song's over in a minute and a half.
I don't understand people with that. Like, I feel like we always, maybe just because we're in the space and like conscious, or maybe we're just raised right or have some common sense, but I think it's crazy when people do that or like wait till a song's over and then get up and leave. You know what I mean? Like people need to like, maybe we should coach people.
Concert etiquette.
Hey, that's your course. There you go. Everybody's got a course these days.
Like a little mini segment and be like, this is how you act.
We should do a little social media segment. That'll be funny to do. That could be, maybe that will go viral for us. We can do it together.
Yeah, we can do it on TikTok.
Yes.
Okay.
Wise words from Kyle Garrett. Concert etiquette.
Now that's you guys.
Brought to you by.
I'll produce it.
There we go. Produce it. Obviously, I can't be to producing things. I'm bad at it.
We can show you what not to do, and we'll reenact what that guy did to you in the video or something like that.
Yeah, don't like try to pickpocket somebody.
Yeah, I really haven't had that many strange experiences. So that one comes to mind. I mean, there's been the pop punk band I was in for a long time was called High Dive, and we toured like nationally for $0 for like months at a time. And there are a lot of weird experiences there because one guy in the band, it was his job to find somebody in the crowd who would let us sleep at their house each night.
I'm sorry. What if he picked wrong?
He picked wrong sometimes.
What was his strategy behind it? Was it like someone that looked nice or fun or?
I don't think he had a strategy to that. I think his thing was just like he got off on being able to do that. So he would just go up to everybody and always would find somebody. Like we never had to get a hotel or couldn't afford a hotel, so we didn't have to sleep in the van. But we stayed in some strange places. I was talking to the bass player yesterday, and there was one night where we met this guy in St. Louis, and he was like gung-ho about letting us stay at his house. And we went, and it was like I guess like an above-ground basement, kind of. Like it was just the bottom floor of a house, but it was totally unfinished. It was like, bricks and boards and piles of bricks on the floor and roaches and bugs everywhere. And so me and the bass player were just like, fuck this. And we slept in the van, and the other guys decided to sleep there. And maybe 2 hours into that, we got a call from them, and he was like coming down in there and like doing weird shit. I can't remember exactly what he did, but he was like changing clothes in the basement, like next to them, and like coming in and like telling them stories about creepy shit. And
wait, this is so scary.
No, it was scary. As soon as I saw it, I was like, all right, y'all have fun. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna sleep in the hot ass van.
You're lucky you didn't get murdered.
Yeah.
At least you were smart and slept in the van. Wow. Let's not do that.
Did this guy, did he mess up enough times where, someone else got the job to ask people to figure out where to stay?
No. It was always his job. And then so there was another guy.
Y'all just kept letting him do it after
because we didn't want to do it. Yeah.
He gets another chance. We lived through the night.
So another guy's job was to get us free food at the mall food court.
Okay.
Like, he would go to all the restaurants and be like, we're a band. Can you donate money? Or donate food? And he would always get food. So, I don't know. We all kind of had our own roles.
What was yours?
Mine was driving.
Oh.
Mainly because I was too scared to let any of them drive.
Did you have to ask people for gas money?
We would split. Yeah. I mean.
Well, I meant like go out and see
random people.
Yeah.
No.
You had it easy. You didn't have to ask people for stuff.
Yeah, no. I mean, we did not have it easy. Like the most money we'd make in a night was like $100.
Yeah.
We would sometimes go play like a daytime acoustic show at like Urban Outfitters or something like that, and do pretty good in tips at those. So that kind of funded the whole thing, you know. But just I don't know, playing in this Texas scene's so different now because there's money. Like, you know, even $200 for like a acoustic set is like, holy shit, I'm rich, you know, because I was used to just like losing money playing music for so long.
Yeah. Wow. When there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah.
Like whoever can't afford tour, just that's like take notes. Go ask for people.
Designate a person in your band to ask for different things. I love that. Okay, so you live in Austin, but you play in New Braunfels a lot, and you're breaking into like the green scene and all of that too. How do you see a difference in the music scenes? I know there's a huge difference, but like, how would you describe it between Austin and New Braunfels, and what do you love specifically about New Braunfels?
I love everything about New Braunfels. I really wanted to move down here, as I told you guys. It just didn't make sense right now, unfortunately. I honestly don't know anything about the Austin scene. Like there's like a few kind of like money gigs that I play there, but there's no like. I played at Meanwhile Brewing, which is a cool brewery there recently, and that was a fun gig that I would do over and over again. But otherwise, there's not like a lot of, hey, grab your friends and come out to see live music, and much less Texas country music, as far as I know, there. So that's like everything that New Braunfels is, you know? So I don't know. Austin's just kind of central. That's where I ended up. I mean, I was living in Houston, and then I moved there to be with my ex, and I'm just kind of stuck there now. So I like it. I like Austin a lot, primarily because of the location. It's easy to get to Dallas and Houston and here and, you know, West Texas. So
it is a good centralized place. So would you say with that, because they always say, you know, like Austin is like the music capital.
Absolutely not.
You heard it here first.
New Braunfels.
I've been saying it, but I just like to ask people, like, don't you think it? I mean, I knew it once was, but like 7 days a week, you can literally go anywhere in New Braunfels and listen to right.
Okay, you can do that in Austin too if you want to go to Dirty Six and listen to a cover band. But
I guess that's true. You think it's different? Don't you think like more like maybe songwriters?
Absolutely. No, Austin doesn't encourage creativity. That's the difference.
That's good to. Okay.
Yeah, there's no encouragement of the arts in Austin anymore. I mean, I guess comedy is more popular, but yeah, here it's all about community and collaboration and creativity. So yeah, New Braunfels has got it on lock.
I think collaboration is a big part of it too, because all the artists are supporting each other. There's not that sense of competition as there probably is in the bigger cities like Austin. And I'm so sorry for that fly that like will not stop harassing you.
It always usually harasses me.
Like every day when I work here, it picks one person. No matter they can move like any part of the bar, but there's one person that'll like harass the whole time.
Yeah, it's usually me, but
it's okay.
When we recorded our first podcast here, like back last year, we were both sitting here. It was just an episode with us two, and there was a fly harassing us the entire time. I think we had to re-record it because we were like smacking it so much.
Because it was like landing on my face. Like it was disgusting. Like I don't know. It was insane.
On the tip of your nose.
Yeah, it was not okay. Okay, so what's next? What do you have going on upcoming?
Yeah, this is kind of fortunately a lighter month with gigs. I've got 2 full band shows in the Houston area later this month. A couple other band shows coming up later in the year. I played like 17 shows last month.
Wow.
So it's like a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was fun, but it was a lot. This month I've only got like 6. We're playing at the Rustic in Houston on the 28th, full band. We're playing at this place called Cactus Jacks in Baytown on the 23rd. We've got a show in November, I believe, at Throwbacks in Spring Branch. And a couple other I'm not thinking of right now.
Do you like to play more acoustic shows or full band shows?
Oh, I'd rather play full band any day.
Okay, is it because it's just not you, or do you like the energy?
No. Yeah, the energy for sure. So like that's my favorite thing about the music I used to play is the high energy thing. So I'm still kind of working out the kinks with the band. We're getting there, but yeah, it's like I'll see people play in this scene that will just kind of stand there and do the George Strait thing, and for me, it's like I can appreciate the songs and I can appreciate the the authenticity to themselves, but that's just so far from what I want. Like I have a Blink-182 tattoo on my leg. Like I need stupidity and I need jumping around.
Yeah.
We need to respect Blink-182 vibes.
I mean, you do whatever you want. I'm going to.
Well, at your show at Cowboys and Cadillacs, we took pictures of you're like moving all over the stage,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it made
yeah.
the pictures really fun to look at too.
Absolutely, and y'all killed those, by the way.
Thanks.
That was nice.
Nice. Well,
You
thank
took some too.
Yeah, but like majority, you did a great
It's
job.
both of us. Whoever's behind the camera, it's both of us.
Yeah. I just that's my thing. It's high energy. Like it's important to me that the live show sounds as good as the record. Most importantly, but then second to that, it's about the energy. And it's like if high energy shows aren't your thing, I totally get it. You know, if you want to sit at the Redbird and just listen to songs, then I could do that for you too. Or you can go see somebody else who only does that. But yeah, you're coming to my show. You're seeing a punk show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Me too.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you tell everybody where they can find you online with your social media, if you have a website, all of those things?
Yeah. Instagram's Kyle Garrett Music. TikTok is Kyle Garrett something, maybe TX. I was doing so bad on TikTok at one point that I like changed the username and then started another one.
You're like, forget that, whoever
Exactly.
that was.
And now I'm screwed and I can't change it back to what it was.
You did a rebrand.
Yeah, and it just messed me up even worse. Now I get like 40 views on everything I post on
That's
TikTok.
so funny. He's like, whoever that is, he's like, they're fake. Report that account.
I did have my first fake on Instagram the other day. That
Okay,
was
can we
fun.
talk about that?
Congrats.
I was
Yeah.
laughing because Bree said that she was like, there's a fake Bree. And then I forget that, like, you know, she's like so famous that she's like, people are trying to out there to get her. But I had a fake Snapchat, and so it made me feel good. So I was
so
like,
weird.
I was like, wasn't it cool? And she's like, buddy, like I always have fake people trying to steal my
Right.
shit. So it's a little different. But for
Yeah.
you, how was that experience?
It was just frustrating because
Again.
You're flattered. He's frustrated.
Well, no, I mean it's cool. Like, oh, what? Like, I have enough followers now to have a fake account. So I get what you're saying. It was cool, but it was frustrating to me just because I reported it to Facebook and it clearly says my name is using my picture, and Meta was like, this doesn't break any rules. It's like, how could this possibly not be breaking rules? Like, you have proof that I didn't create this account.
Mm-hmm.
So that was frustrating, but. I mean, whatever, until they start making money off of me or whatever.
Yeah.
So, okay, on the same vein, I have this problem where I like look at T-shirts on Instagram. You know what I mean? Like I just get the ads and it's dumb.
I got into that too. I clicked on one, and now it's like every other post.
Yeah. So I saw one like a couple days ago that was like Sheen Men or whatever, and I was scrolling through, and there was a Treaty Oak shirt in there, and I'm like, holy shit, it's Sheen! Like big companies are just taking band shirts
Just
and selling
ripping
them.
off.
Yeah. So I sent it to Treaty Oak. I was like, y'all see this shit?
Did they respond to it?
No. But yeah, maybe they licensed it to him. I don't know. But
To Sheen?
yeah, because that's
I
a
don't
Chinese
think
company,
so.
right?
Yeah.
they're like-
You're right. Probably not.
Yeah, there's some sketchy things going on over there. But like, do I keep
Well,
eyes on
Shein,
there sometimes?
I know, but there was this one time I saw a post where like the Sheen workers, and I should not be laughing.
Yeah, it's not
The
funny.
Sheen workers would like stitch, like help me or whatever
my
in the clothes
God.
before they'd send them off, and one of them stitched in the tag like I have dental pain, and like that's all they said.
I
And
have
was like,
dental pain.
I feel so horrible laughing because it's so not funny.
but
Yeah,
it's
But
just
I
like
think it was. But
ask
people
for-
couldn't figure out if it was like real or not.
like if it was a joke on social media.
Yeah.
Oh.
So that was like the whole thing. I mean,
I
I hope
believe
that
it.
they're okay over there.
They're probably not.
Use
I'm gonna pray for
Zaffle
them
instead.
because it's like not funny. It's just like crazy. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
I'm just happy I live in America.
The world is a
It's
weird
like
place.
wild.
Yeah.
I actually fell victim to one of those like fake accounts the other day
Oh,
on
no.
TikTok. They didn't ask for money or anything. I would definitely
Yeah,
not do
yeah.
that. But it was just this artist I see on TikTok all the time, and I made a comment like, "This sounded great" or something, and then I got a message from him, and he's like, "Thanks for being a fan and supporting." And I was like, "Okay, he probably sends this to everybody
Yeah,
that's commenting." I was like, "Of course, keep it up." And then I got this long message that was like jumbled English, like basically saying the same thing over and over again with like all these heart emojis. And I looked at the page and I was like, it had like 50 followers. And I was like, I didn't even like look that closely at it. I just felt stupid.
Yeah.
But never would I ever send them money because I don't even have enough for myself.
Yeah, straight up.
Just a side note: if anybody wants to help Reed out, come to Riley's Tipper Big Bucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming to
you.
hang out with us.
Sorry, I screwed up your episode.
It's okay. You brought
Oh my
wine.
God, it's fine.
And
Like,
we had a good experience.
honestly, seriously, don't even like sweat about it, because I promise, like, you're lucky it happened to us, just because we have done this so many times. So like, we feel like your pain of being like, shit, I can't believe that happened. So like, literally, don't even worry about it.
Well, so I would have cut out most of that section just so it didn't have to be there. But that's when she like got y'all with that question. And honestly, I don't know if you saw this yesterday, but I posted a story saying I was nervous to come here.
I did.
No, I didn't see
I was
it.
expecting you guys to prank me, and you haven't
We
done
were
it.
going.
You know what? I had written on this. I was like, let's ask him a wild question when he walks in, because like y'all got us with a wild question,
Right.
and I was trying to think of one on the way here. And then I was like, I'm gonna come up with a kind of mid question. It's not gonna hit how I wanted it to, so I didn't. But the idea was there. We were gonna prank you back.
Yeah, it was there. But the problem was like, that was so good because it had just happened.
Right.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was so fresh.
So
like the
for
bombing
those of you
just
listening, Bree, as soon as they walked in and started recording, Bree, what she said, like, so what do you think? It was the day of the Iran bombing,
Yeah.
and she was like, so what do you think of the Iran bombing? And Madison's just like, well, so I, and was like ready to go.
I was like,
it was
don't say
what I
anything
adorable.
political.
said would have been so bad. I would have been like, you have to cut it out.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna tell you what I was gonna say, but
It was very fun.
I think I was just gonna be like, crazy, huh? Like,
Yeah.
I don't even know. I was like so nervous going in there anyways.
You were
so.
ready.
I know.
You're
Bree was
ready
like,
for that
what the hell are you
question.
about to say?
Like, I'm ready for this political podcast.
Literally.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Make sure to go listen to our episode and come to one of Kyle's shows and listen, stream all the songs, buy the merch.
Yeah,
They're
the merch
honestly
is
really
great.
good T-shirts, and they're really comfy too. So
Thank you.
thanks again. All right, guys. Again, this has been the Twin Rivers Music Scene podcast with your hosts, Madison and Reed, and our guest, Kyle Garrett. Woohoo! Thanks.
No venue too far, any song at every bar. Here to cover your needs. Twin Rivers Music Scene.